Hi friends, welcome back to Farm Girl Diaries. My name is Caitlin, and today we are attempting to do a craft. I'll let you in right here at the beginning. If you were watching this video, it means it's because the craft was successful. um, so at the beginning of the summer, I went to TJ Maxx, and they had some really big mushrooms for your garden, concrete mushrooms, super cute. They were $50 a piece, and I got in my head that it would be super cute in my garden to have these different size mushrooms throughout the garden. And because I'm all about, my garden is not just to give me food, my garden is an extension of my home. I hang out in my garden, I have dinners in my garden, I watch movies in my garden, I have friends in my garden or friends over in my garden. My garden is another entertainment place. Um, it grows me food, but I also am very much, I want an eclectic garden. I want garden with wind chimes and bird feeders and garden statues and what's the word? The like things that you put in the ground, flowers on them, stakes, garden stakes. Um, I sometimes my brain just doesn't come up with the words. I can see it in my head, but the word isn't there. Um, Anywho, my garden for me is very much something I want to be eclectic and beautiful and fun. So I saw these mushrooms. One of them, had been dreaming of them all summer. Um, Knew that $50 even for one was not going to happen for me. I am a woman on a budget, so that wasn't happening. So I ended up going to Home Goods yesterday because I just wanted to see their Halloween decor, and they had one mushroom on sale for $22, and it was like it was kind of made out of like a styrofoamy type material because it was I could see that it was cut and it was damaged for $22. And I almost got it, and I was like, no, we can do better. So today we are going to attempt to make concrete mushrooms. I don't know how this could go wrong. I am not a DIYer at all, but I'm very excited for this concept. So to start, I got one bag of Quikrete concrete or Quikrete cement. So we'll see how far that goes. I did go to the dollar store and I got materials. Let me show you what I've gotten. So I'm planning to make 4 today. If this is successful, the world is our oyster. I might make so many more different sizes, basically just different sizes and different colors to kind of put all around my garden, my mom's garden, to gift to friends. I think if this works, we are on to a winning idea, especially as popular as mushrooms are right now. So I went to Walmart. I went to the dollar store and I got bowls. I got 2 bowls. So they were $1.25, and I was walking around dollar store like holding up bottles. Like, do you think this will make a nice stem? Do you think this will make a nice stem? I think people probably thought I was losing my mind. But I found a nice bowl, and then I kept like turning it over, and like that will make a nice mushroom cap is my thought process. So I got 2 different sizes. We're going to start with 2 different sizes for right now. I think that'll look, they'll look really cute. And because this one is, well, let's go this one. Because this one is more like flared out, I think we'll have 2 different types of mushrooms. So I'm really excited for, well, this one has a cut in it. This one is cut. Well, hopefully that's okay. Because this one's flared out more, I think it'll give 2 different mushroom shapes, which will be fun. So what I'm planning on is I think the concrete will come out of these molds easily. If it doesn't, these were $1.25. This one already has a cut in it. I'm never going to eat out of it. If I have to, I will cut this plastic off of my mold. And that's going to, if we need to do that, that'll be just fine. So I got them for my molds. And then I didn't really plan ahead. I don't drink Smart Water, but I was looking for stems. And I think that one, let me move my face. I think this one will be a nice stem. So I was trying to like hold up different size bottles or anything to use as a stem. I think that one will look nice. And then I think I do have some 2-liter bottles. I think a 2-liter bottle like that really will look nice for this big guy. So what we're going to do is I did buy this Smart Water, and I am going to pour it away. I hate more than anything in the world. I hate flavored water. So this is not something I'm going to use. So I'm going to pour this out. And then I am going to start cutting this down in order to make a stem. So let me pour this out real quick, and then we'll talk about it. What I'm thinking, what I'm thinking is for this one here, we're going to just take off the top of it so that we have a wider opening for the concrete to go in. So I might actually use a knife rather than scissors. Maybe a big knife. Let's see. This way. Perfect. And then, yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay, I cut the top and the bottom off of, see through me, hi, off the top of the bottle. I'm going to do this to my other bottle and to my 2 liters, and then I'll tell you the plan for this process. Okay, here is my plan for these. So I'm going to mix up concrete. I'm going to do it in small batches because it does set really quickly. And then I am going to get some in here. I'm going to come set this in the mold and fill this with concrete and let it harden. So I'm going to nestle it down in the concrete a little bit, let it harden, and then once it's dry, peel off whatever I can. There's probably going to be some plastic that's maybe stuck in the concrete mold, but we're going to cut off what we can, then we're going to paint it. So my plan is these mushrooms will they won't be as tall as what I wanted. I kind of wanted them to be a bit taller. I did kind of want these guys to be a bit taller, but I think we're going to have to do what we can do with them. So what's going to be fun if this works is we're going to be able to make all different sizes, and you can maybe like start offsetting some of them. I don't know, but I'm excited to try this and see how this goes. So I'm going to bring you guys along. We're going to go outside and we're going to start playing with some concrete. Oh. Okay, so that took about 15 minutes to do. One 50-pound bag gave me 3 mushrooms. Now I am using cement, so it's definitely chunky. It's not going to have the smooth top of a typical mushroom. I don't know if I'm gonna like that or not. I'll be completely honest, but I will say the bag of concrete, which would give it the smooth top, was a 50-pound bag for $30. So that significantly raised. I think I got this 50-pound bag of concrete or cement for $4.98, something like that. So as of now, each bowl was $1.50. I had to buy 2 bottles that I didn't have, so that was $1.50. So I have 3 bowls, $1.50, $1.50, $1.50. I have $5.50 in bowls, and then in bowls and the cup. No, $5.50 in bowls, $7, $8.50 in the bowls and the 2 cups and the 2 plastic bottles I needed to buy, and then $4 for the concrete. So as of now, these mushrooms total for 3 mushrooms cost me $12, $13. So if I would have done the smooth concrete, it would have been a heck of a lot more money. Another $30. So as of now, these mushrooms are $4 a piece. It would have raised it to probably about $15 to $17 maybe a piece. But so we'll see what they look like when they come out of the molds. I'm hoping I can save the molds. I'm hoping that these things kind of slide right out. We'll see. If I need to cut them, I need to cut them, and it won't be the end of the world. I did make the concrete, I think, a little bit wet. I didn't have a big enough bucket to really be mixing concrete in. Or I keep saying concrete, it's cement. I didn't have a big enough bucket, so it is a little wetter, but I think it'll be fine. I also am kind of here for, I didn't really try too hard to get some evenness in the, making sure the whole mushroom is completely level. I'm thinking if it's a little unlevel, that's actually going to look kind of cool. And it might be something where if we get into doing this more often, we purposely go for making them unlevel. I think it'll make it more natural and not so completely perfect. So here is what we have. I will say right off the bat, I know that I am upset with the size of the big mushroom stem. Let me take you down and show you that again. I'm upset with how not tall that is. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And now as I sit here, it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. So I'm hoping that stops. And I'm going to give these a few hours, probably honestly at this point until tomorrow evening. And then we'll see if we can't get them out of their molds. And then we'll paint them and see what they look like. I'm hoping this was a success and not just a massive mess. Hi friends, welcome back to Farm Girl Diaries. It is the next day and we are going to get these mushrooms out of their forms. So this one I peeked on yesterday because I was so excited to see what was happening. So I already got him out. He looks good and he came out of his bowl really easily. So let's see how these 2 come out. So the one thing is they don't have a great base. So what one of my thoughts is I could get more cement and kind of make a base for them out of like a pie pan. Oh my goodness, look at this guy. Put this over here. Make a base with them out of get a foil pie pan. Did you ever make stepping stones as a kid? That's what we did in my youth group. You just get the foil pie plate and then you fill that with cement and you put your hand in it or your foot in it. I thought I could do that, like the same thing. Get a foil pie plate and then just put these guys in it. Oh my gosh, and they come out so easily. Okay. So I still have the plastic on the stems because I want to paint them, And I'm thinking that the paint will help, or the plastic on the stems will help keep the paint from the stems. And then once the tops are painted, I'll take the plastic off, or just cut the plastic off and then paint the stems. But let me give you a close-up of these because I think these look really cool. Look how cool they look. I think they're going to be really, really neat. So you can see like this one does have some holes, but they feel nice and smooth. Some holes. I think it makes it look more natural. And this one in particular, I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but it's not really straight across. It kind of like dips a little bit. This one too does it like it kind of dips. I like that it dips, I'll be honest. I like that they're not perfect. Stand up, please. I like that they're not perfect because I think it makes them more natural looking. So we are going to try, we're going to spray paint them. I'm hoping spray paint works. So I know I definitely want one to be red with white spots. I think you could also, if you are kind of like more of that modern look, you could definitely leave them just like this. I think even just as concrete, they look pretty cool. But I want color. These I'm planting for color in my garden. Let me give this a shake. So I'm going to do, no. I'm going to do the big one red. Ugh, this guy I want to be red. I feel like they should be able to handle like kind of tipping over to their side. But I don't really want to test that theory unless I have to. Okay, so there is quite a bit of holes in this one. So I did buy a sealer in hopes of sealing it up. But let's get it spray painted and see what happens. That looks so cool. That looks so cool. So I'm gonna let that dry. I also got blue and green. So these other two mushrooms, we're gonna do blue and green. I don't think they look too bad. I think they're gonna be super cute. Let's kind of stand far away. I don't know. They might be super cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna go inside, and I bought white spray paint. So I want to cut out some different size circles to try to do with the white spray paint. So I'm gonna go cut that out, let that dry, and we'll be back. Okay, I cut out a hole. Ignore that hole. I forgot how to cut a hole. I cut out a hole, but I don't think this is gonna work. So I'm gonna try this and then see what it does. I might have to get a brush or figure out a different way to do these spots. Now here is the moment of truth to see if I can get the stems off of these, or the plastic bottles off of the stems. And this one in particular is kind of right up. The whole bottle is in here, is in the shell or the cap of the mushroom, so that's not going to come out. And to be completely honest, I don't think this plastic bottle is going to come off as easy as I anticipated. But I think that's going to be a no-go there. So I think it's going to be okay. So I'm just going to trim the plastic that's sticking out of the base of this stem. Ugh. Let me show you. Ooh. Plastic bottle is still there. This is almost dry. They either look super cute or they look super trashy. We don't really know. So that's something to think about though if you didn't want to paint these. You have to come up with a different way, which I don't know of off the top of my head, for getting the stem mold out. Because when I put the stem into the cap, like when I put the bottle with the cement into the cap, it sunk into the cap. So I don't know how you would get it out, period. But we're going to paint the stem white. So hopefully let me get them all laid out. Hoping they're dry. My God. Covered in spray paint. My plan is for these to be really kind of hidden in the garden. They're going to give pop the color, pop the height. But for the most part, they're going to be hidden. So if they're not perfect, I think that's okay. Whew. That is some paint fumes. And I'm not doing the underside. No, I'm not doing the underside of the cap. You could. I'm just going to leave that. I think that's fine. Oh, and I didn't cut this guy. I gotta cut these guys. Okay, I'm really hot. It is very humid out here, but I got them done. So I'll bring you down. I'll give you, there's one over there, there's one over there, and then I have one right here. So let me turn you around and give you a sneak peek, and then we're gonna talk about them. I'm getting bitten up by mosquitoes. So I think they turned out kind of cute. I feel like look like they could be in Mario Brothers, in Super Mario Brothers, but I feel like they're cute, and I feel like they're gonna add, I feel like they do add a nice pop of color to the garden. Hey, sweetie. So I like them. What I want to do next, well, oh, I'm thirsty. I would like to find a way to build them up. So I would like to find a way to make them taller. And I'm thinking now, like mushrooms could be like tall with skinny stems and a small head or a small cap. In my head, I needed to have a big cap with a big stem. So I just need to find a large, long stem. And then I think I can make any size mushroom work with a long stem. Now, getting it to stand is another story, but that's for the future problem. First problem is to find something that could be used as a long stem to make these guys taller, because I did envision taller mushrooms. But I think for a quick last minute DIY, I don't hate them. I'll be honest, I don't hate them. I think they look pretty cute, and I do think they would also be cute if you just left them like concrete, like the concrete gray. You just need to figure out how you're gonna handle the base. Mine was plastic, so you could see the plastic. So that's, I don't know how to figure that out. So if you want to make them completely concrete and not paint them, let me know how you handle the base. But thank you guys for joining me on this DIY. I'm not a DIY girl. I suck at DIYs. And if you're looking at this project and being like, oh my God, Caitlin, they're terrible, this is why I suck at DIYs. I currently don't think they look bad. I currently think they look kind of cute. It'll be a nice pop of color in the garden. I'm kind of here for it. But thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.